Hello, children. Good morning. Let's start a new poem. Uh, Name Amanda. Amanda is it is first of all written by Robin Klein. She is an American poetess, and she has wrote about the you can say the change in the feelings and emotions of teenagers when there is a when the changes like you can say when they are in their teens, they feel that their parents are not able to understand them, and there are many do's and don'ts which are put on them. So they feel reluctant, they feel you can say depressed even at the same time, and they also think that their freedom is being curtailed. So the poetess has taken that topic in her poem. So let's start. Don't bite your nails, Amanda. Here, there's a girl whose name is Amanda. She is instructed or guided, you can say guided actually, but children think that there are many do's and don'ts which are put on them by their parents. So, she is instructed by her mother what to do, what not to do. So, here the mother is telling Amanda, don't bite your nails. She is restricting her from biting her nails. Don't hunch your shoulder, Amanda. And she, at the same time, she is telling Amanda not to bend her shoulders, like not to hunch. Stop that slouching. Stop that slouching means bending. And sit up straight, Amanda. And mother is asking her to keep her posture straight. Now the next, you can see the next stanza, children, is in bracket. That means this, here the speaker is not speaking actually, but imagining. The Amanda here you can say Amanda is though listening to her mother, but she is not attentively listening, and she is busy in her own dreamland, fairy tale. She is busy. She is imagining herself on near a green sea, emerald. Emerald is green. There is a languid emerald sea where the sole inhabitant is me, a mermaid drifting blissfully. Here, Amanda considers herself as a mermaid who is alone on the island or in the green sea. This green sea is languid. Languid here means calm, dull, not moving, or quiet. She is the only inhabitant there. She is the only living person over there, living person or living creature over there. She considers herself as a mermaid who is drifting blissfully, who is moving slowly from here to there happily, blissfully, in a bliss means in a happy mood. So next, again her mother is telling her something else to do. Did you finish your homework, Amanda? Did you tidy your room, Amanda? I thought I told you to clean your shoes, Amanda. Here the mother is again telling her that she had asked her to finish her homework. She also told her to clean her room, and at the same time she told her to clean her shoes. So mother is telling her, but again Amanda doesn't pay any attention. She carelessly listening, or you can say, but now next stanza, she is busy in her own fancy land, own fairy tale land. So what what is she imagining in the next paragraph? Let's see that next stanza, sorry, not paragraph. I am an orphan roaming the street. She wants herself to be free, so for that reason she thinks that she is an orphan. Orphan means without parents. She is an orphan roaming the street. There is no one to stop her from roaming the street. She is roaming in the streets. I pattern soft dust with my hushed bare feet. She is. The silence is golden and the freedom is sweet. Now she considers herself to be an orphan who is roaming freely in the streets, and with her bare feet she make the pattern on the soft sand. Soft dust, or quietly, hushed means quietly, quiet. The silence is golden and the freedom is sweet. And she tells that she thinks that the silence is golden, but at the same time freedom is sweet. Don't eat that chocolate, Amanda. Now mother again telling her what not to do, what to do. Don't eat that chocolate, Amanda. Remember your acne, Amanda. Will you please look at me when I'm speaking to you, Amanda? The child doesn't want to, is not at all bothered about what mother is talking about. So she doesn't pay any attention, doesn't even look at her mother while she is speaking to her. So mother again dictates her not to eat the chocolates as she was having the acne pimples on her face. And now she's telling her, when I'm talking to you, don't you think that you have to look at my face? This is what the mother said. Now, Amanda considers herself to be Rapunzel. I have no care. As Rapunzel lives carelessly in her tower. Tower is tranquil and rare. Tranquil means calm. There is no noise and all. As Rapunzel lives in her own tower alone, quietly, calmly, I will certainly never let down my bright hair. She considers herself to be Rapunzel. As Rapunzel is carefree, she considers that she is also carefree. She is living alone in a tower which is calm, and she says that she will never allow her bright hair to turn down. Means she will never like uh, she will never put her head down. The hair to put her, she will never she will have her own self respect, it means. Now the last stanza. Stop that sulking at once, Amanda. Sulking means change of mood. Stop that changing. Why your mood gets changed at each and every time? Stop that. She's telling her to stop that. Your mood, why suddenly your mood gets changed? You are always so moody, Amanda. Anyone would think that I nagged at you. Now she says that don't behave like that, you should behave like a good girl, otherwise people would think that her mother scolds her all the time. This is all about the poem children. Amanda, it's very simple, and it's the same thing that you also think. You can consider or you can relate yourself with Amanda. I think so. Many of you are going to relate yourself with Amanda, because at your age you people feel that there are too many instructions given by your elders or by parents. So enjoy the poem. Thank you, children.